Hello, so welcome back to From Being to Business, the channel that is dedicated to deep diving you into the how of starting a business, turning a business idea into reality. So before we dive into today's topic, let's do a brief recap of last video's discussion. So for our last video, we talked about the importance of having an inspiration. That for an inspiration, as I noted in my case, I made reference to my grandmother's coffee pot, which was always brewing something so flavorful to me that I knew then as viability. I also made reference to how coffee, particularly a cup of cappuccino, was the greatest companion I had for my PhD journey, inspiring hours, days, weeks, and years of research and writing. But then we also underscored the importance of defining the problem that your business will solve. That even when you have an inspiration, which is what is going to drive you through your business, right? Even when there are hard times, it is very important at the very beginning to identify the problem that your business will solve. So after the inspiration, right, and identifying the problem, what were the first steps that I took to start Fortune Coffee? I started off with research. As much as I love coffee and I took it every day, I never took the time and interest to learn more about it, to know about it, its roots, the history. So my knowledge then was limited to how to identify a good tasting coffee, right? A good cup of cappuccino. But starting a business, a coffee business, meant diving deeply into every aspect of coffee production and consumption. So I started with a desktop research. I did just normal Google search to learn about the history of coffee, the types of coffee that we have, the production of coffee, looking at the planting, the harvesting, the processing of the cherry, drying the beans, the different techniques that I use, the mailing, right? And then I looked at the roasting, because that is the part that I was interested in, the roasting of the coffee, the type of roast, the type of grind. So I did all those research. So while researching, I also uncovered Liberia's rich coffee history. I don't know whether I told you from the initial stages, this company started in Liberia and then I expanded it to Ghana. So at that time, the interest was on Liberia. So then I took a deep dive into the country's history to look at coffee production in the country. Of course, currently the production was low, but the country was once one of the top coffee producers. I even chanced, a friend forwarded a newspaper article which was published in 1884, which featured Liberian coffee. So I got to learn about Liberia as one of the origin of the Liberica coffee variety. And then, of course, with the civil war that devastated the country, coffee production was abandoned, but now there are efforts to revamp that. I needed that to know that there are efforts to revamp it, right? Beyond this historical knowledge, what then did I do? I wanted to also know and assess the business's viability. So I needed to understand the financial and operational feasibility for the company. So I deep dive into coffee consumption trends. My research expanded to the global coffee consumption. I looked at the global coffee consumption trend. I assessed the global side, that is assessing the global side of coffee consumption. I then also look at the regional and local coffee consumption trend. Beyond that, I also then did a cost analysis, assessing the cost of starting a coffee business. I looked particularly at the required equipment to have a fair idea of the cost implication once I want to start. Beyond this desktop research, I also spoke to individuals within the industry. I got connected to individuals and organizations that were supporting coffee production in Liberia, looking at the various value chain of coffee production. And these insights was very valuable in shaping my understanding about coffee in Liberia and within the sub-region. So beyond that, what did I then do? I created a roadmap. I had a 2-page concept note. So all this, I tried to put it together in a 2-page where I outlined my findings, and based on that, I drew strategy that kind of informed the formation of Fortune Coffee. One would ask, why is this research important? From my side, 3 things. It provided clarity on the business's viability. I needed to know, I'm going to invest my time, my money, all my resources, even my knowledge into this. Is it a viable business? And so I needed to have that clarity on that. Number 2, it helped me to understand the various elements and also the potential challenges, right? You're going to start production, you're going to create, let's say, an appetite for something. You want to know whether, first of all, are you able to get the coffee? And then also you want to know whether, okay, once I go through the hassle of getting the coffee and processing it, would I get the market for it locally? And then maybe the international or the global side will come later. So you need to understand that. And then also this research also helped me to build connection to key stakeholders within the coffee industry. Along the coffee value chain, I got to understand who are these DPs, that development partners that are providing support for coffee production in Liberia and within the sub-region. What kind of support were they providing? That was very important for me to know that this sector that I'm going into is a sector that is worth my time and resource. So to conclude, starting a business begins with understanding your product, your market, and the industry. My journey with Fortune Coffee has taught me the importance of thorough research and strategic planning. Right? In my next video, I will share how I was able to transform the concept note or what I captured in the concept note into actionable steps and gain stakeholder support for the business. So if you like this video, don't forget to like it, to share it, and also to subscribe to our channel to get more insight into building your business. Now, it's Christmas season. From the team here in Fortune Coffee, we want to wish you a very joyous season and a new year beaming with ideas, opportunities that will take your business to the next step. We hope to also share the new year with you, bringing your way fantastic coffee, but also ideas into building your business. So enjoy the Christmas season and the new year.